Wow. Timber is really good versus Slark.
Yeah, he's so strong.
He is incredibly good. I expected him to pick it up like maybe versus a Meepo, maybe versus a strength carry, but it's a good pickup here.
And it's a Sumail timbersaw.
Okay, thank you very much, gents. We'll catch up at the end of this game as we find out who our first team are through to the upper bracket in Group A. Your commentary team for our third and final game in the first match of the day, Synderen and Toby Wong.
Thank you very much, Red. Yes, we are back here for game number 3. I decided between EG as well as Fnatic and Synderen. I wasn't really expecting a Timber from EG. I thought the first Timber I get to cast would be Ice over in VG Gaming, but it's a Sumail Timbersaw here for game 3.
Yeah, this is really interesting because I think it's the first time I see Sumail play this hero. I can't remember EG using this a single time before. Like the panel pointed out, it's a pretty good pick here, so I like that. Just looking forward to see how he plays with this hero. It is very aggressive by nature, which he is as a player too, so I think there's some good potential there.
I'm interested to see how they're going to balance their lanes out too, because you put Sumail onto a hero which like you never see in the mid lane and you very rarely see in the safe lane. And now, in fact, it looks like Sumail was going to head up to the top lane and play him there. So how do you do this? You got Universe on the off lane with the extra help from EG. The panel was leaning towards, and that's when the Brewmother ban happened. They're like, okay, maybe they just now play him as an off-laner, but on the safe lane, and then you run this aggressive tri-lane from EG like they started with in game number 2.
Yeah, I think this... wait a second. How are they... Are Fnatic off-laning Black Slark?
It looks like it. They run off-lane Black. They put DJ onto the safe lane. No, IO to the safe lane and then DJ off. It's like they're trying to dodge EG at the very, very start.
This is a very good read if Fnatic are doing this to avoid having to play the tri-lane with the Slark. Because the Wind Ranger is super good against EG's tri-lane. Wind Ranger Shadow Demon Shaker lane is very powerful. And the Slark can go toe-to-toe with the Timbersaw in lane, especially because Timbersaw is a lot about being up in your face with the Whirling Death to harass you out of lane, or else you're just trading farm. Yep. And whenever he does that, you just steal some stats away from him with Essence Shift. So.
But would it not also be easy just to push like DJ up to the top? Okay, so yeah, DJ top, Black mid, and the rest of them bottom. That Fissure can make life. Okay, Ohio, he can't get it. He can't deny it. Alchemist will still get the bounty rune, so the extra moolah will arrive for Arteezy. And what do we get? So it is going to be Black top, DJ mid with net, and then Ohio safe lane.
The thing that's kind of a giveaway in this case that tells Fnatic that EG are probably doing this is that Timbersaw is really bad against safe lane tri-lanes right now, especially on the Dire. So the chance that EG would have actually just sacrificed... it's also Sumail. Sumail doesn't play the off lane. So it's a very clear tell of how they're going to put their lanes. So on second thought, it is pretty clear that this is what they were going to do. And then they put Ohio in the safe lane instead of the Wind Ranger, since he can, even if it's a tri-lane from EG down here, do okay and get some.
And how's Sumail meant to get anything? Ohio, like, this is where you can get something. PPD's going to come in, and Ohio, if he doesn't get a good cog pushback right now, then he is dead. In fact, I think he's dead anyway. PPD falls back to the ground and pushed away out of range of his last attack. And Ohio down to 1 Tango charge, with 1 just being consumed now. This Clockwork just doesn't have consumables.
Sumail is getting crushed in the top lane, by the way, right now.
Arteezy's almost dead in the mid lane at the same time. Like, a Fissure to hit, the power shot connected as well. Fear and Arteezy just trying to get, like, they're getting harassed back out by DJ as well as Mushi. The problem is DJ's also running low on life, so he has to back himself out of here.
And if there's... I really want to focus a bit on this top lane because I feel like Timbersaw without farm is a really weak hero. And Sumail, as a player without farm, is also not that good. I feel like this guy shines when he gets a good start and he really takes over the game. But I feel like there are a lot of carry players that are better than Sumail at playing from a deficit. So it's kind of like Fnatic are killing 2 birds with 1 stone here, the way they're shutting down the hero and player at the same time. And Sumail is just finding nothing. 0 CS to Black's 9 and 6 in this top lane. And they're sacrificing a Clockwork for it, which I don't think they mind.
No. And it's Ohio really being sacrificed. He's got 2 levels. Yes, not that terrific for him. Like, he's still neck and neck with the Timbersaw, but Clockwork does something once he hits level 6. Without the items, the Timbersaw doesn't really have a big effect. And what's Sumail going to do? Like, he's going to get a surprise kill on top lane up against the Slark? The chances of that are fairly low. And in fact, Ohio does a nice little steal too. He actually takes the regeneration rune away from Universe. And it was pretty low at the time. Middle lane, DJ being initiated on. He got Nightmare set up for this concoction stun. DJ with the win run means they can't just fight into him. In fact, this Fidget from Mushi needs to buy more space. But with a Clockwork Rock and the attack from Fear, well, that's enough damage to kill off DJ. Arteezy and Fear didn't really care about much more. Meanwhile, up on top, Disruption, Catcher, Poison. And actually, the Catcher's going directly into the Poison, keeping Sumail off the lane. No third stack. Sumail will just pop a little bit lower from this. But good first blood for EG, considering this is the lane where Fnatic would really try to make things happen.
And it's one of those situations where the moment you're nightmared as DJ, you have to make the choice. Do I think I can survive through the Alchemist stun and then win run, or do I have to do it before?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what he does there. He dies either way. He takes a couple of hits in a brain sap, or he has to try it first to avoid enough damage to get in a lethal range.
Well, top lane, that leashes out from Black. Net, Disruption follow-up. Sumail is just able to easily chain himself out of this.
Net is trying to read Sumail's play so that he casts Disruption when the chain goes out. If he catches him mid-air during Timber Chain, I do believe Timber reappears where he is during Disruption and not at the target of the chain. But I'm actually not 100% sure on that, because let's face it, how often do you see Shadow Demon versus Timbersaw ever in any game?
Very rarely.
It's very rare right now.
Mushi's trying to find this interruption to really cause problems with Sumail. The problem is the interruption isn't enough. Like, unless you stop him halfway through, his chain doesn't really do anywhere near enough.
It is true. It's a low cooldown ability. So the 2.5 seconds he's gone from Disruption, he has another 1.5 and he can cast it again.
Fear gonna Nightmare. Arteezy. Okay, the Nightmare takes
off,
but he gets a double stun because of it. With a concoction down. Mushi with the fissure. Buy space for DJ to get himself out of here. He shackles on the fist. There's no follow. PPD. There's poison on him, but the power shot won't arrive in time. PPD will survive as he TPs back to base. DJ may not be so lucky. Fear's right behind him. Brain Sap is not off cooldown, but it's not required. The attacks from Fear is enough. And now it's 3-0 to EG. This was not the dream the Fnatic once saw.
The idea from Mushi there was really good, but he mistimed it horribly. The invulnerability time of transferring the Nightmare should easily avoid the stun for at least himself, but yeah, that was not what Fnatic were looking for. They ended up getting themselves... If Mushi didn't try that, they would have only got one kill, so unfortunate.
Black able to pounce himself away, but he knew the second he used Pounce, the Nightmare follow-up would be here, and they can go whirling down.
Oh,
no, Sumail! Now it's his turn. He was a little bit too early, looking for the Timber Chain onto Black, and Black staying as far away from the trees as possible, ignoring HY. Mushi able to get the Fissure off, but Black on 20 life, he will survive through this.
These are some really, really weird mistakes coming out, to be honest, in this game. Not the crispest of plays. And that, I do think that was a kill for EG onto Black if they timed that right with Sumail.
I'm wondering if that's also Sumail's inexperience on this hero. Where he just doesn't fully understand the attack time of it. Wanted to get the perfect time right for it, but just a fraction of a second too early.
I don't think so. Sometimes you just have a brain fart. Like, there's not much else to say about it than that.
Doesn't happen that often from Sumail, but well, cost him a kill. They're smoked
mistakes.
up. They're going to go for... they start with a poison. Black takes a hell of a lot of damage. And in fact, the disruption, the fidgets on time from Mushi. They don't have another stun. The poison from Net will be enough to kill off Sumail here. So there is a revenge, but Black severely underestimating the amount of damage that can come out from that Timber. And now on bottom lane, Ohio, the crush will arrive, and he is dead. Well, should be. He is, in fact, dead as they go back to finish him off.
This is very strange, Toby. It's like...
Not going to argue that.
Almost every single kill we see, there's some sort of misstep, but ultimately for EG, didn't matter for that bottom kill that they backed off a little bit too early. They still got the kill. The top one, however, Black, there's nothing else to say. You shouldn't die there. Now it was his turn to pay back Sumail for the save earlier.
It's like it also forced like Mushi to throw out the fissure a little bit earlier on because he thought, oh no, Black's in a hell of a lot of trouble. I need to throw out this fissure. I missed the stun. I missed damage on Sumail, so you still get the kill, but you do not want to lose your off-lane Slark. You need to get that level 6.
It's really big for Sumail to get this kill because he's far behind on farm against the Slark. But just this one kill puts him back in a really good position. Gets him level 6 now. And since Black is level 5, okay, it's just another 100 experience until he can kind of ignore the harassment from Sumail.
Yeah. How's the bottom lane looking?
Concoction.
Oh. Just hear the pop.
Okay.
But it's just an early harassment. Windrage doesn't care too much. He's still got a bounty rune in the bottle, so there's 3 charges available there. And Arteezy tries to keep the pressure up. Net's going to finally remove that vision of EG. There was an observer wall that was planted down. And where is Fnatic's going to back up? They've got a smoke available on Net, but all they can do is really smoke up on these two supports and then loop around to kill off Arteezy while his chemical rage is on cooldown. But Arteezy has 10-1 charges, so maybe he's not the target of choice. It's probably going to be Sumail again, as Black's forced to retreat. Fear's just doing stack. That's actually a big stack up there. The panel was talking about this as well, the fact that Fnatic can come up and try and counter these stacks. So the smoke's going to break now. Fear doesn't have vision of this. They throw down the obs. They throw down even a sentry ward right next to the obs to stop the stacks from happening. It's the bottom lane where there's more trouble. Ohio, concoction's done with the S sprayed down. He'll actually tick out to the Wyvern.
This is very much worth it for Fnatic if they steal the stack, though. Shadow Poison is a great tool for this. He's maxing that. It's level 3. So with 5 stacks on this, should almost be able to take them.
That's going to give him Purge and give Earthshaker level 4 if they stick around. Like, Mushi throws out the Fidget, keeping Arteezy and Fear back, and there goes the Poison. He takes the entire thing. Almost level 6. Mushi is...
dead.
Yeah. He buys obs, he buys the smoke, he accepts his fate. That's now his second death as well in this Earthshaker.
DJ does have an Invis rune.
Yeah, is he going to go for Arteezy here? Like, they're... He can't really, like, he wants to get an easier target. I was also a little bit iffy about throwing both the obs and the sentry ward in the same position, because Fear would instantly assume they left an observer ward behind. So you lost both your obs and your sentry ward to EG after you took out the stack.
I steal from the slow.
And EG are just sitting on a massive lead right now. Of course, the nature of Alchemist getting a good start in lane, but he's also got 2 kills and 3 assists. It's very rare for Alchemist to be that involved in kills early on, but the rotations from EG have just made it work. And Arteezy is, as a result, doubling up the second or the highest net worth of the Radiant almost at this point.
Do you think the SMY...
Imagine if they didn't steal a stack. Like,
yeah. It'll be looking wonderful if they didn't steal his stack. But at the same time, like, I'm looking at Arteezy going for this early combat build with the SMY for the Alchemist. It's going to make it very difficult for Black to have any real chance to kill him off. And in fact, is that what Black's meant to be looking for? Is Black meant to be looking for kills? Because right now, Sumail's looking for him. Like, he's diving underneath that tier 1 tower, forcing Black off the lane multiple times.
and this is what just shouldn't happen if with Fnatic start, but with
Bottom
a couple
lane.
of plays that happen, Sumail's
Get ready for it, man. That fissure from Mushi. It only stuns up over on Universe, but it does split the fight out. So Fear and Universe, Arteezy and PPD split up.
That's a good fissure.
And Sumail TP down. He was really expecting a big fight to happen, but it just fizzles out. Ohio goes back to farming up. Black was still doing his farm up on top, and space, you could say, is being created by Fnatic.
Let's see what Black goes for. That's a little bit of pressure here by Arteezy with the double damage, so he's going to force him off the lane now. Black's like, yay, Timber left, and then this is your
I'd be more concerned.
good trade-off.
Be more concerned about Sumail coming into this mid lane. A good shackle with a high level up power shot, a follow up fissure from the Earthshaker. It's only a level 3 Earthshaker. Like, we're 11 minutes into this game. Pat flagged this. He said like one of the biggest problems with the Earthshaker is the fact he's just he has this inability to get to a blink dagger. If things go wrong, like he throws out a fissure, that's great, but there's no initiation. There's no ability to use him
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
as a core anymore. It's just, I'm just wondering what this Earthshaker is really meant to achieve now.
It's very clear that this this early game did not go the way Fnatic planned with their support duo. It's a very weak duo at this point with without levels. Fortunately for them, Net is level 7, so he's actually doing very well in the Shadow Demon with getting farmed still the stack, now farmed someone in the lane, now going jungle.
Oh, the smoke.
Just trying to keep
EG's
up.
going to break Fnatic smoke, as well as Fnatic breaking EG's. Concoction from Arteezy. There's going to be Mushi, who again takes the stun with Fiend's Grip up. The Vigil will come out, which will stop Fear from channeling, but with a Blink Crush forward, Universe is on the field with that Blink Dagger Slaughter. DJ trying to keep Sumail out with a Timber Chain. He gets a kill over on Mushi. Now goes over towards DJ. The chain's back off cooldown again, but there's no trees for him to work on, and Arteezy's going to stun himself up. Luckily, no denial in base this time around, but it is 9-1 in favor of EG. Never forget.
They're going to need Black to come up big.
But how?
Yep, I don't know if there's a better build here than just a standard Shadow Blade and trying to fight, because they're not going to win the farming game. They're very far behind with 2 defensive supports against a lineup that has an Alchemist farming like crazy, a Timbersaw who fully came back into the game, and of course the Slaughterer of Universe, who I think is second on last hits right now. Actually, he is third, slightly behind Black, but in terms of net worth, still looking better.
Yep.
Arteezy now getting a massive Ancient stack too. Still only 1 point in Greed, but should be getting more than enough out of this.
The fact he's only got 1 point in Greed, and he's still like a full 3,000 net worth in front of the top Fnatic like net worth. It just flags the problem even more. What do we got from Net? Looks like Net's either there's either a 4-staff or if he's thinking about like double slows, it would assume he run a Vatos. But they need some kind of positional advantage up against EG at the moment, and they just don't have it.
Top tower is under attack.
Looks like now they want to try to find a kill on *sumail. This duo of heroes won't do it. Shaker level 3 is a fissure, and Black doesn't have enough damage to output against *sumail yet. And this is really interesting because at this point in time, Timber is usually pretty fragile with his item build. See,
oh, they're gonna try it.
It's not enough.
Yep, they can't leash him.
He has 800 health, but they can't kill him with this duo of heroes. So *sumail just continues farming.
It's kind of funny too, because Black tries to steal his essence, that hook shot off target from Ohio. He had the Observer Ward down, so he knew exactly where *sumail was, but expected *sumail to walk up and try to predict it a little bit too much.
There's just nothing working out for Fnatic right now. It seems like they're starting to get a little bit desperate with their moves and just looking for anything they can find. I'm surprised they don't involve Net more.
Hey, remember the strat from game 2. If you're losing, kill off PPD.
Yep. Not even that is working this game.
Nope. Worked multiple times in the last.
They still lost that game, though.
Yeah, they did.
So the strat was also not successful.
I'm not saying it was a winning strat. I'm just saying it was their focus. But this one, it was just PPD walking up to them. They can get rid of this Observer Ward. The Sentry Ward he planted inside the Dire jungle is still visible of that. Like, still does see the Observer Ward of Fnatic. It's a tower trade-off for the moment. Tier 1 on top for the Tier 1 tower on bottom. So good money coming in for Fnatic.
Black almost has Shadow Blade now. It's decent timing. Tread's Shadow Blade minute 15 is pretty good with Aquila even.
Look at Fierce position just in the tree line. He's waiting for someone from Fnatic to move over. Starts with the Fiend's Grip, follow up Nightmare if he needs to.
There is the backup of Net, but he's running down.
He wants Arteezy. That's the reason the support came in from Ohio as well. Hookshot to
he's so
and
far
now
out.
They actually purge onto Arteezy. And do they have enough? The disruption timing is going to come off, and actually Arteezy stuns himself up. Shackle's perfect. At the same time in middle lane, it was a commitment from EG to kill off the Earthshaker, but you're trading a level 4 Mushi for a level 11 Arteezy.
And he has really high net worth, so he's a very valuable kill for them. The timing on that disruption was actually crazy. Oh, DJ.
They're going again. Fear, he's got Fiend's Grip available, and there's nothing Net can do to save him. Disruption, actually the last minute, does connect in, and Fear, well, what's he got is another Nightmare available. Mushi will now arrive at Universe. He's going to crush it down. Mushi just never through the fissure.
Mushi is really looking like... So, a lot of the times you can actually see a Shaker's level of confidence in the game with... Oh, wait a second, PPD. Lots of trouble, we'll get out.
He's got Arctic.
Oh, maybe not!
Damage!
Oh! 3 health.
So close.
What the hell? But yeah, you could tell from Mushi, like, he keeps canceling his fissures. It's like he doesn't have confidence in his original placements or that he misreads situations consistently. He has to pick it up again. That was a possible kill on the Slaughterer if he gets the fissure off at the right time.
Ohio?
They can't kill Arteezy.
No, they're
going to try.
Well, they're going to cock him up with the battery stop, but Arteezy got his stun available. Mushi, fissure available. Net's going to come in. They go for the purge as well as the catcher with the poison. Arteezy, they're still trying to work through this chemical race, but Arteezy, disruption. The fidget's on the wrong side. They're keeping the poison up. Now *sumail's going to come and join the fight with a huge crush from Universe. 3 heroes locked with a whirling death. Fnatic, they are falling apart the seams. Game 1, we thought there was a hope, but right now, the hope has been lost if you're a Fnatic fan. You've still got Arteezy with 100 life hanging around. Black's going to drop as well. He tried to come in the fight. The amplification, they'll shrug it off, but Universe with just one last attack. Fnatic will lose 4. The positioning from Universe, perfect for the 3-man crush. And Fnatic couldn't kill off Arteezy fast enough.
I think they could have with a better fissure than that one. It locked him on the wrong side. There were plenty of opportunities. I think, didn't they They had a Demonic Purge running. An entire Demonic Purge expired, and they still got a bad Fissure out of it. That's just... It's just a shame to see, because it's very clear that Mushi is obviously very unsatisfied with his performance here. He's missing a lot of spells that shouldn't happen. And then, of course, with all the time it took, EG get a fantastic setup. They don't mess up their combos. Triple Crush, triple Concoction, Sumail landing everything on 3 heroes, and they just wipe the floor with Fnatic.
And now it's up to the point where DJ's going into Shadowblade to get, what, an initiation position for the Wind Ranger? No Blink Dagger, no Force Staff to do it, and no Aghanim Scepter early on either. So this Wind Ranger is kind of being nerfed as their damage source, and Slark also with the Shadowblade up. It's only a matter of time before they just use this excess money of EG to pick up a gem, so the Shadowblades won't even help them. Like, you've got a Bloodstone freshly on this timbersaw with an Aegis the Immortal. It's a 5-for-1 timbersaw for Sumail.
I think they should actually give him the gem.
Yep.
Right now. I like that idea a lot of just buying a gem and taking full map control. They have to be feeling like they're far ahead. They know there's a Shadowblade on Slark, so...
It instantly negates the big item purchases as well from the 2 cores of Fnatic that have money.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Also removes all vision for Fnatic. This Observe Ward they've got, this never got de-warded. It's actually managed to go through the full duration over in the Dire Jungle, even though there was a Dire Sentry Ward looking at it for such a long time. Either way, like, EG is still 15 up in the kill count against the 2 of Fnatic. Like, it's a big dream right now. 7.5k in the experience.
Nice Force Staff from Universe, and Grip.
And Ohio's dead. Nowhere to get out of this one. It's a double attack as well. PPD's cold embracing himself up. He should end up dying here, but okay. No, 1 charges, the curse, buying some space, blind jumping forward, and Wind Ranger will be able to find this kill. So they do at least get a bit of a trade-off here, Fnatic.
EG are knocking on the front door, though. They're not getting in this time around, that's for sure, but Sumail is not really scared of anything.
They don't need to. This is exactly what Black wanted to do before. Goodbye, DJ. Like, it's just the attack into the tier 3 tower that forces the retreat. Forces the attention to be dragged away from other locations so EG can keep attacking, keep fighting. You've got Nagus the Immortal, and you know you're not going to push up to high ground, so you just try and find the other advantages. They still need to take out the other tier 1 and tier 2 towers on the field. But for a lineup that doesn't really have great pushing power, and you've already taken out the entire bottom lane of towers, another positive for EG. Yeah. And a Radiance is almost done for Arteezy. He's 400 gold away from completing it. And with level 3 Greaves up, it's, yeah, Greaves isn't going to work.
Good news for Fnatic is that Mushi's actually getting gold. They need to make sure he also gets experience, because when I'm looking at potential avenues of comeback for Fnatic in this, the number 1 on my list is a Blink Dagger on Shaker. I think that's the one thing that can catch EG off guard and give them a teamfight win. Until then, it's almost impossible to see a way for Fnatic to do it. Slark simply isn't farmed enough. The Alchemist now with the Radiance gives him a lot of actually health against the Slark because of the miss chance. And against the Wind Ranger too. And he will just be farming like
Ohio said. Easy amplification after the Blink Crush. They just walked in, so they take out the Clockwork, and that means the tier 1 tower belongs to EG. They cannot defend it. There's 57 life on it, so yeah, they're definitely not going to defend that. In fact, EG can just push for more. 22 seconds without a Clockwork, without the initiation from Fnatic. And Fnatic just want to keep avoiding the fights. There's no reason for them to try and defend against EG.
And that's one thing about EG's lineup we haven't talked about so much. They're actually pretty bad at breaking high ground. Alchemist is not that good until he starts getting some significant damage items. Oh, actually gonna get engaged on here.
Yeah, it's easy. Gonna actually throw out the stun. Clockwork, nice hook shot forward. The Purge allows him to get the perfect timing for a Bafia. Oh, the 4-star already there for the Slaughter. Pushing Arteezy back. The poison was on him. And okay, Black arrives at the perfect time. That's a huge kill for him. And gets the leash over towards Fear. The Echo Slam from Mushi. He'll control up the Bane, the Nightmare. He won't be able to get the denial off. In fact, the Clockwork will be able to take this kill. A mega kill streak. In fact, 532 gold coming in for the Clockwork. It's actually his build going in for what appears to be an Orchid, but the Blink Crush out from Universe even gets the first hit bash on Black. Black needs to get the Shadow Dance off, and he's able to do so. Passes away for Sumail with a Blink forward, and the Chakra being dragged back in. He finds the damage to kill off Black. Now goes for Ohio. The disruption came in from Ned, but it kept Universe out of the play. Not Sumail. And they'll still end up losing Ohio, so very quick tip for tat. And there's 10 Bloodstone charges now on Sumail.
It's very understandable that Fnatic tried to push for that tower. They were 5-on-3. They knew the tower was low.
Oh, nice shackle. Sumail, well, this armor's going to start kicking up a little bit faster, and, well, he's got chained with the power shot from DJ. He actually gets the kill.
Millisecond expiration on Aegis. Did you see that?
No. Was it really that? It really
it expired while the power shot was mid-air. We're talking tenths of a second. I don't even know if they were planning that. If they were, that was ridiculous from Fnatic.
I doubt they did. I doubt they did.
I was looking at his inventory, I was like, oh, he's got Aegis. Well, they get the Aegis at least, and then... Wow, that was actually insane.
It's at this point I'm hoping our secondary ops just clicked it and we can see a massively slow-mo replay of that one. Oh, Sumail's gonna feel so robbed. He loses.
Yeah,
his Bloodstone charges as well because of this.
I really want a slow-mo of that to see. I'm almost positive it was while the power shot was midair that the Aegis expired. Like, that's the closest cut I've ever seen on that, I think.
Oh.
Sick stuff. A little bit of luck, rather, going Fnatic's way. And we'll see if they can make anything with it. They got a Blink Dagger on Mushi because of it. Like, he's had a very, very rough game, but just these last few minutes, he's landed a couple of fissures to get 3 assists and got some farm to go with it. Slara going in.
Yep, hook shot as well as there from Ohio. And can they keep their control up? Sumail, he's in the fight. Nick gets taken down so quickly. And he at least just drops up on Bane, so there's no brain sap to get the quick pick. And Mushi's just going to TP himself out of here. They don't have Echo Slam. Ohio is... Oh, wait, no. He's hiding at the trees. Sumail, he realized something is awry. Cuts through the tree line. And they also lose Wind Ranger at the same time. Alchemist getting a solo kill in the mid on DJ.
DJ did get the tower, though. So, speaking of mid-air, he must have had a shot in mid-air, destroying the tower right after he died.
Another pick
looking good for EG now.
Mushi, he can't blink. He's going to go for the fissure stun. He needs more time, and he just won't get it. Even Universe finding himself a greater bash. And Black is being hunted down. There's a puff of smoke, which they're trying to follow Fear. Okay, he can only reach with the Enfeeble. He can't reach with anything else. But EG now move into, again, objective-based gaming. Tier 1 towers look for the Tier 2s directly after. And this epically farmed up Alchemist. Almost 16,000 net worth 25 minutes into the game. An overall advantage of 12k in the gold and almost 10k in the experience.
And it looks like Arteezy is going to transition this only Sanj, or rather he disassembled his Sanj and Yasha for the man, so he's
DJ going to go on Universe right now with a Blink Shackle. Is that going to be enough? Oh, sorry, Shadowblade Shackle in, but no, PPD's there. Goes on the curse on DJ. A hook shot forward from Ohio, trying to keep Fear out this one. He can't go for the brain step, goes for the Nightmare, but Mushi jumps in for the Echo. He's going to kill up Universe, can't buy enough space for his core to get back out again. Arteezy thinking about coming into the fight. Ohio stunned up and brought down. Arteezy just using the Fist of Fury to win this one. At the Mushi tries to slow down Sumail, but he's got nowhere to really survive this. Net with the purchase, at least keeping Fear control, but PPD cold embracing him up, keeping his teammates alive. And Black, the sole survivor, who's still just farming up the mid lane. The only thing of value that was lost there from EG was Universe.
Man, Fear has been so good in this game on that Bane. His rotations, his decision-making, and the Glimmer Cape plays he's already made now. He's always in the right place at the right time, putting so much pressure on Fnatic that I think they're going to have to start focusing on this Bane more early on in the fights. They did catch him with the clockwork, but couldn't bring him down in time, and Fear just ends up getting... He's 7-1-9 right now. And at the same time, you're looking at the other support of EG. PPD is 1-1-11, 1 death each support. Plenty of assists, and they're reading the game very well. 20,000 lead.
This is exactly what EG needed to. The confidence to come through. It's a bit of a merciless format for the group stage. They needed to find themselves a win. Because without it, it's almost a guaranteed lower bracket. Almost. But this is the dream for them. 28-7. Huge advantage across the board. The Slark not finding any real momentum. The BKB is there for Black, but we'll see how much that 10-second duration will be able to achieve. Meanwhile, Arteezy getting bigger and bigger, now with an Octarine core behind him. With the Radiance burning, Arteezy is almost an immortal, because there's no damage from the Wind Ranger. She's 800 gold away from her own Aghanim Scepter. And until she's got that up, there isn't really enough damage coming out from this Wind Ranger that you're going to find a kill. And maybe even with the Octarine, she needs to have a damage-dealing item on top of that Aghanim Scepter.
We're definitely starting to reach the point where EG can think about high ground. simply because of how strong Arteezy is.
Dire's top
If they had a
tower
medallion,
is under
or
attack.
even better, a crest on one of their
Radiant's
supports that they
middle
could just
tower
put
is
on
under
Arteezy,
attack.
I think it would, just with an Aegis, they could probably take Lena
Radiant's
Barracks.
middle
So
tower
I'm curious to see if
has fallen.
PPD goes in that direction with his Wyvern.
Dire's bottom
Could buy a
tower
medallion
is
right
under
now if he
attack.
wanted to, but might be looking for a secondary force staffing.
Oh, Universe. Black, I don't know exactly what he was doing hiding in the tree line. Now he'll trigger the Shadow Blade and TP out with the catch from Universe. There was no Slithering Crush. Fear. Well, okay, they wait this out. And Black, brain sap down. The timing just not working for him. He actually had the ability to pounce and TP himself away to safety, but decided against it.
That was just a panic TP more than anything. Or actually, I don't know if he pounces, you can still follow with Force Staff, but then there's at least the risk that Universe misplays it slightly.
He could have run with the Shadow Blade. Like, he wasn't amplified. So he could have just kept running. TPD, okay, he's got the help. Arteezy arrives to start at the right time, and he just punches Wind Ranger down. So the two cores on the sideline. The Ag and Intercept now delayed even further. If Wind Ranger finished up that tower, he had the full Ags. Because of that death, now he's 700 gold behind. Finishing that Ags.
And Sumail is looking really, really big in this game now. 10-2 and 3, he just got a Hex.
What you wanted in game 1, arrive in game 3.
Yep.
And another Roshan for EG. On the back of this, Universe will be looking at his full BKB. PPD is almost at a point of having a Blink Dagger available. Fear's already got Blink Dagger plus his Glimmer Cape. And Sumail's going to take the Aegis Immortal once
Roshan
Oh,
again.
has fallen to the dark.
This is... yeah, I'm trying to find hope for Fnatic. Like, the Wombo combo, that combo you're talking about, like Mushi jump in for the big Echo Slam. It can be there. However, on bottom lane, Black, the Nightmare, net, like he's going to four-staff him down, which means the TP in from Arteezy with the BT's a little bit too far away. Defensive disruption as well from Black, and Sumail jumps forward. He won't find the target.
He was looking for the Hex, but Dark Pact was already running. Nice play from Net there with his disruption to buy Black time to get Dark Pact off.
They're actually switching the gem around, because Black's walking around with
Radiant's
Net's gem at the
bottom
moment.
tower is under attack.
So they're wanting to make sure they can kill off Fear. No Glimmer Cape protection. Fear's actually in a position where you could four-staff him up if you get the vision on him. Or if you had a four-staff. You do. It's on the SC, but he's dead already. The blink forward is the perfect timing. The fidget block will lock Sumail as well as Universe in. The Universe with his four-staff gets back out again. The concoction popping from Arteezy. He's about to sun himself up. He can actually dodge that one with the Mana Style, but instead he decides to tank it himself. And the Echo Slam. Mushi, no!
Acid
He
spray.
didn't get out! The Acid Spray stops it. And Ohio, he's trapped outside. It's a double kill already for Sumail. The shackles might hold Universe and Sumail close together, but the bonds, they'll break. And EG go in deep under the tier 4 towers, and this could almost be the game right now. In fact, it is. DJ is going to call it GG. EG have stomped game 3 out. The lanes don't work. Fnatic,
Radiant's bottom
some
tower
coordination
is
things to worry about as well, and this is not the time you want to have these issues.
That has got to be demoralizing. The way they won game 1.